Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Hope you all are doing good and well. If you're brand new here, my name is Nikki and today we are going to be talking about summer to fall transitional shades. Now this is definitely one of my favorite videos to film because it is the topic video that made me want to start my YouTube channel, and we are almost at 1,000 subscribers, you guys, so how exciting is that? If you're liking this content, make sure you hit that button before you head out today. Now these polishes are strictly to get you in the mood for fall, you know, where you don't want to completely abandon summer nail polishes yet, but you still want to have that fall nuance in there. Last year I only had about 8 picks, and this video I have 10, so I am pretty excited about my nail polish collection growing. But if you guys did watch my collection video where I talk about how I organize my nail polishes, I am over 1,000 nail polishes, so I told myself when I reached that point I would start destashing, but you know, that's for another video. Anyway, I am going to be showing you guys some live swatches because I want to do that a bit more on my channel. If you guys like that, let me know in the comments, and let's just get into this video. First polish we're starting with is Essie's In Stitches. I don't know about you guys, but I love me some good terracotta shades in the summertime. But when I'm not fully ready to divulge into those specific shades, I look for ones that have a bit of summer nuance in them. And this one definitely does, with that dusty pink base added in there. This is lovely. This came out in their 2010 fall collection, which is definitely one of my favorite Essie collections ever. Made me like the brand so much. This one is beautiful, has a wonderful formula. It does unfortunately still have the dinky Essie brush, which I'm hoping to change out sooner than later, but it still applies pretty beautifully. I'm looking really forward to wearing this next month. Second up, we have Kokie Splendor, which is a polish I specifically bought for this time of the year. It's basically perfect. It is so shiny. I'm not going to say this one does need a top coat because, you know, all polishes do, but it's so shiny and vibrant and just gleaming. The fall nuance in there is definitely the orange. This polish is meant to get you ready for October, and I do think that this one does it so well. It would look great with a topper, like a black flaky topper on it or something like that. But this is beautiful, wonderful formula. One of 2 Kokies I have, and definitely has to get on my nails soon since I've been digging oranges. Third up, we have OPI's Never a Dullest Moment. I did get this for pretty cheap. I love seeing OPIs in baskets at hair salons. One of the greatest sites for these polishes. And while this color is lovely, the formula is the opposite. It does apply pretty streaky and has a lot of bald spots as well. I do love this color and I do still want to wear it, but when I do decide to, I'm gonna have to have a lot of time that day just because it does take a lot of grace and TLC to apply it, because on my second coat there you can still see a bit of bald spots and patchiness and streakiness. So I'm going in with the third coat and still it's not really applying all that well. So like I said, when I do decide to wear this as a full manicure, I definitely will be taking my time. Lovely color. It definitely deserves the time. But if all else fails, I'll definitely be adding a top coat to cover any indiscretions. Next, we have Loud Lacquer's Belladonna, and this one makes me so happy because it's such an earth-toned green, and I'm loving those greens right now. Like, okay, if someone told me that Loud Lacquer's creams performed like this, I would have snagged up a few more during their sale in April because wow. And I don't think they're selling polish too much anymore. But the ones that I did snag up, I'm really happy with. And this one's definitely one of my top picks. It's beautiful. There's nothing better than a dusty teal for a good transitional shade. And when it applies like this with a beautiful brush and a beautiful formula, I mean, how can you say no? This one is definitely going on my nails soon. The last cream I'm going to show you is H&M's Navy Teal. And you guys get ready because the formula on this one, yeah, I'm speechless. It's beautiful. That is definitely a one coat beauty. You know, you wouldn't expect that from H&M, but this polish applies awesome. I love this color. It is more, I wouldn't say it's dusty, but I guess it's more on like the cool toned side a bit, it builds up beautifully. It doesn't dry darker than it is on the bottle. Everything, it's the exact bottle shot. So you're not going to get any surprises there. But man, this blue makes my heart sing, and it's perfect for this time of year. So that was navy teal. Next, moving into some indies, and this is Painted Pretty Polishes Take Me Away. This was a PPU polish and came back for rewind last year. And for this polish, I specifically bought it because how it looks matte. And you do have to build this up in a few coats here, as it is quite sheer to make that shimmer go through. But that's basically typical with shimmers. You know, the more shimmer, I feel like the thinner the formula is going to be to make that shimmer come through. So at the end of the day, it is worth it for the buildup. And I loved seeing this build up on the swatch for you guys. It made me really, really in the mood for fall. I think it's perfect for that transitional time, as it is, you know, vampy enough for the fall. It's dark enough, but it's also light and shiny enough for the summertime. It's perfect. This third coat really seals the deal for me, covers that nail line just beautifully, and I think this is one of my favorites out of all the ones that I picked to show you guys. It's definitely a standout for me, and as I said, I'm definitely going to wear it matte because I just love how it looks with this gold flaky topper and with that matte on top of it. It's really stunning. Next, we have Polish for Days Libra. Now, this one I think could work for any time of the year. I have talked about it before in springtime, maybe a few years ago. But this one builds up really, really nicely. Of course, my favorite part is those flakies. That's the summer nuance in here against that base. The base is similar to Loud Lacquer's Belladonna, but this one definitely has more blue in it. And it builds up really, really nicely, has an awesome formula, and the flakies are jam-packed. But the only thing about this one is that it does dry down quite dull. You definitely need a top coat, and it's beautiful. Even in its dull state is pretty beautiful, but to amp it up a bit more, I did want to add a gold flaky topper, which is again Raking It In by KB Shimmer. And I have worn this combo before and I loved it. I fell in love with it, so I really wanted to wear it again. And I think with that gold flaky topper, it definitely brings out more of a summer nuance and forces more of those flakies that are in that teal base to come out. You know, they were hiding a little bit, so I wanted to make them come out. Gorgeous combo, this one. Next, we have MJ Lacquer's Limitless Mercy, which came out in her Blessed Beyond Measure collection last spring. Now, this one definitely has some spring vibes with that lilac lavender base. And I would say that is the summer vibe. And I think the gold flakies are more of the fall vibe because it reminds me of falling leaves. It's beautiful. I just love... There's so much gold in this polish that is hidden in the bottle. It builds up beautifully. On my second coat here, you can see there is just a tad bit of my nail line showing, but it is building up really beautiful. Those flakies in there make my heart sing. Like I said, it's more of a spring vibe, but I definitely got a more transitional vibe from it this time. So to amp up the leafy kind of look, I did want to add a third coat because wow, it's definitely needed to be more full coverage for me. I feel like if your nails are shorter, then you won't have to worry about that so much if you have this polish in your collection, but I love this. So beautiful. Second to last, we have Cupcake Polishes Mystic Topaz. I've had this polish in my collection for 2 years now. It is a PPU offering that I got as a mystery polish from the website when I decided to finally purchase from them. And this one's giving me Wildfire Lacquer's You Had Me at Hydrangea vibes, which is one of my favorite polishes that came out last year. The base in here is what attracted me to this the most. And I didn't think the shimmer was going to come out as prominently as it has. But on the second coat here, you can see that shimmer is shimmering. It's shimmering. It's lovely against that dusty gray blue base. What an amazing combo. Cupcake polish has such a beautiful formula, and the longevity of their polishes works wonders for my nail beds. So good. The very last one we're going to be talking about is Cadillacquer Tranquility, which I recently hauled in my June haul. This is giving me Dreamland Lacquer Shake Your Shamrock vibes, but I like that this one was more subdued than the neon, which makes it a perfect transitional shade. You could wear the Dreamland in the summertime and wear this one during this time. They're both so perfect. The green in there reminds me of a lush summer garden, and then the blue in there reminds me of the blue sky. It's perfect. This one makes me so happy. Cadillacquer comes out with some amazing polishes, and there was a few more that I wanted from that summer collection, but this one with the uniqueness of these two colors together really spoke to me, and I immediately thought transitional vibes. This polish is definitely one of my favorites in this 10 polish lineup, and I'm loving it. Alright guys, that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching if you stayed to the end. Let me know what your favorites were out of these 10 I showed you. And of course, if you have any of your favorite transitional shades that you haven't seen here, let a girl know, because that is definitely some of my favorite polishes to acquire in my collection. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Take care.